Modding a video game is something that mostly PC gamers are familiar with, but believe it or not, it's not exclusive to PC gaming. More about that later though. So what are mods, or modification for a video game? The way I would like to define it is that they're community-made enhancements for a video game. The word enhancements being subjective. But what makes it cool to me is that they can unite the community for a certain game to create new content. It's kind of like DLC, only without the quality control, because a lot of it is awful. But some of it can rival things made by actual video game studios, and a lot of it is driven by passion, which explains why people make them in the first place. So why do people mod their games? It's what you do to give a game more replay value. Sometimes you just like a game so much that you keep replaying it, and eventually you become jaded to the experience. So one might start off by adding small mods here and there, then those mods add up to make an experience that is curated by the player for the player. What makes it even cooler is that no two players who modded their games are going to have the exact same experience. One might see this character as this, while the other might see it as this, which is pretty neat. But what if we take a look at mods that change many things at once, rather than one thing at a time? Well, the first thing that pops up into my head is this one mod for Half-Life 2. It's called mmod. All it really does is slightly overhaul the game by adding, not new, but rather reworked weapons, animations, and effects. It's not necessarily a modernization of the game, but what it aims to do is change up the experience just enough so that it feels like something new. It's still the same game at its core, but it's different enough from the standard or vanilla game to feel fresh. And if we take things a step further, we get stuff like Entropy Zero and its sequel. Both of these are completely original experiences that use Half-Life 2 as a base to create something new. And when you take into consideration how complex and complicated the lore is for Half-Life as a whole, the passion that was put in to make these mods really shows. And sometimes when there's a lot of passion for a mod, something like this can turn into something like this. Which started as a small project made by a few members of the community. That team then went on to become a real video game studio, and their mod turned into a real game listed for actual money, which is really cool. People have made careers out of making mods. Now that's the PC gaming side of things. I did say earlier that modding isn't exclusive to PC gaming, so what does that mean? Well, if we go back a few generations in video game consoles, specifically to when the physical media was stored on cartridges, then we get into stuff like ROM hacking, which is the term for modding these older games. The usual being modded are of the Nintendo variety, but it's not exclusive to them. They just have a bigger crowd, which means that there are mods or ROM hacks for Mario, Zelda, Pokemon, and of course, Metroid. Now the thing is, usually these are played on an emulator, which is usually running on a PC. But as long as you do your research, read your README files, and have the right tools, then you could definitely run this on actual hardware. Which I unfortunately do not have the means to do. Though it is a very interesting concept to me, and I'd like to try it someday. Take care, everyone.